Hello guys, I hope you are doing well and building something with AI and keeping you updated with the AI news that are coming every day. Every day there is a new feature, there is new innovation in AI. So most of you may have already aware of VAPI AI that provide us a very easy way to create a voice assistant previously. Now they have added another feature into their assistant that instead of just using their assistant as a voice assistant, you can now chat with it. Simply making the same assistant that is very easy to create. You just come to VAPI overview assistants. You might have already there's some assistant, or you can create a new one, give it a simple first message and system prompt, whatever you want it to do. And previously you were able to use this assistant for voice calls and voice interaction. It has a lot of benefit, but there are some issues with it because once you make a lot of calls, there is a cost is a factor, and also it takes time to get response because that the voice that you ask question in first convert into text, and then the response will back in the text first from LLM, and then that response will be converted into voice and get back to you. It takes some time, it has some latency issues. So what they another feature that they added, this chat one, is very amazing. Now you can easily create a chatbot. Previously you had to integrate from somewhere else a chatbot, or you have to create manually a chatbot by coding. Now you don't have to. You just simply get this ID of this assistant and API key of this VAPI from settings, and you come to this documentation that they provided. This is very easy. They're providing that what is this. I already told that what is the benefit of this chat feature. Now how to set it up. You come to prerequisites. Okay, you just need dashboard API. You need to go to VAPI APIs and get API key from there and assistant ID. I already told you. Create an assistant, give a prompt, first message and system prompt, and then you copy the assistant ID. I already told you this. Now what you have to do is use this command to ask question using chat from your assistant. Okay, you just have to paste as your assistant ID here and use this endpoint http api.vapi.ai/chat. Okay, this is what you have to use, and you will get response from that assistant and something like this. Okay, so it also have that capability to contain or to remember the previous chats for maintaining the context of the chat. Like if you ask something in chat and you are referring it back in the next sentence or in the next question, it will remember the previous conversation. For that they added another thing, that is a previous chat ID. You just have to request for, if you are requesting, suppose you are sending a second question to a chat assistant, what you have to pass extra is previous chat ID. You just have to pass this previous chat ID that you will get from this response, like here. Let me tell you again. First of all, you're asking a first question, you are sending like this request. Okay, in the response of this request, you are getting something like this which contain the chat ID. Now if you are asking again another question, you just need to pass the chat ID with that previous chat ID. Now with this ID, it can remember what was your previous chat, what was the context you are talking about. With this, the assistant is able to remember the previous chats and maintain context of conversation. This is very amazing thing. Okay, so yeah, this is what it is. And now this is just command. You can also do it in a user interface kind of thing. You have to create a simple minimalist user interface in which you will have something like this, a simple chat interface, and what you are doing the same thing in backend. Once the user enters something, you click enter, you are sending that request to that endpoint of /chat with your assistant ID and using that web API. So you will get response, and you can do whatever you want. This is your chatbot ready, and you don't have to manually create a chatbot backend. Okay, you just have to pass the assistant ID of that existing assistant that you have in a web dashboard, and you can interact with it. Now you might be thinking about what are the use cases it can be used. Let me tell you one simple use case that it can be used, that came to my mind. You can think it any other way. So what I thought that it is useful for, suppose you have an assistant, and there was a way that you providing that your phone number, assistant's phone number, to your clients, and they call you and you respond to them. This was one way. That was a bit time consuming and maybe less efficient in grabbing clients information. So instead of that, what you can do, you might have an existing website, you just place that chatbot into it. That is the same assistant but in the chat form. You are getting some client information like their phone number, their project detail, their requirements, or a basic information. You're grabbing it, and once this conversation is complete, what you're doing, you're grabbing some information or a chat history and sending it to your make automation using webhooks. Okay, like this, I created a simple webhook that is listening for response from this chatbot, and after that we are passing that response and storing that into our Google Sheets like this. Okay, so you will have this chat name, phone number, here, whatever you have, you can store it. And after storing this, now you can use the voice feature of that assistant. You will create another automation. That automation will be triggered based on this no or yes. Is this person called or not? Maybe you have another column that is telling about if the user is interested or not interested, if the client is interested, and you are only reaching to interested clients through voice feature of the assistant, and then closing the deal, whatever you want to do. So this was a very simple use case that came to my mind. And yeah, obviously you can do whatever you want. And if you need a code, you can just comment down. I will share with you in this code where I'm doing this simple thing. We have the chatbot interface, and that we are collecting the client's information. Once they enter some contact detail, we are sending that back to the webhook and then storing into our Google Sheets or CRM. Yeah, this is what it is, and this was just simple feature. I wanted to share it with you. If you like the video, if you understand it, just Let me know in a comment section if you have any question, or you can also comment it down, or if you think there is another better use case, you can also mention that. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you. Yeah.